Hi there. Good morning to all. Pag-uusapan natin ngayon itong ocular inspection. And I'm going to divide it in two parts, no? Itong first part na pag-uusapan natin, ito yung encroachment on the landowner's property rights. This is part 1. Kasi dalawang klase pong encroachment. Isang encroachment on the property rights and the second one is the encroachment on the property itself. Let's proceed. Now, we have outlined the process on how to conduct ocular inspection, no? And we already discussed who is in possession, tapos yung seller in his family and relatives, yung other settlers, occupants, informal settlers, tapos itong tenants, agricultural tenants and lessees. Tapos we already discussed what is inside the property. Ito pong accessions, no? And now, we're going to discuss the fourth process or the last process, itong relocation survey. Now, this relocation survey, meron tong different parts and we will start with the discussion on encroachment. Saka na po yung easements, road right of way, road widening, and transmission lines. We will discuss that in a separate video lecture. Now, ito po ang usual sign na makikita natin sa mga private property. Trespassers will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law because they do not want some intrusion on the property. Kaya nga, sabi natin, one of the rights of an owner is to exclude, no, the right to exclusive enjoyment of the property. So, pwede niyang exclude other people, no? Sabi nga dito, violators will be shot, survivors will be shot again. Okay, yan yung mga signs, the usual we find funny, and we find on private properties na nakalagay. Now, encroachment, ano po ang definition? Ang definition po is that it is a situation in real estate when another property owner intrudes upon the property rights or property of his neighbor. So, dalawa, property rights or the property itself. And by building or extending a structure. Yan. And to his neighbor's land or property. Yan. Now, it may be intentionally or unintentionally. So, yan ang meaning ng encroachment. Let us proceed. Usually, itong intrusion on the property rights, talagang grabe ang bangayan at awayan nito ng mga magkakapitbahay. Nagpa-flood ang issues nito at saka mga complaints nito sa barangay. Ito yung usual problems that we should be settling sana on the first instance, doon na sa inyong dalawang magkapitbahay, no? Mag-usap na lang sana kayo. But nevertheless, maraming cases nitong complaints na papile sa barangay. Now, one of the examples of the intrusions on the property rights that we often encounter is this one, overhanging branches and leaves of trees. So, ayaw mo yung may nakausli na mga branches and leaves of trees doon sa property line mo. Take note that when you own a property, you own what is on the ground and including po yung meron kayong tinatawag na surface rights. Kaya lang, meron din tayong restrictions lang on aerial navigation. But technically, in this case, meron talagang intrusion on your property rights kasi nga naka-overhang yung branches and leaves of trees ng kapitbahay. So, ano ang gagawin mo? Ang gagawin mo dito sa problem na ito is that, kuha ka ng chainsaw. Pagkatapos ng kuha mo ng chainsaw, yan na, puntahan mo na, ikakat mo. Yung itsura, magiging ganito. And then, nagkakaroon kayo tuloy ng away ng mga magkapitbahay. So, can you do that? The answer is no, 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 sabi ng character natin. So, what shall you do? No? Now, under the law, you have the right, no, to demand that it be cut. Take note that you have only the right to demand from your neighbor that it be cut dahil nakakadisturbo sa'yo and it intrudes your property kasi sa inyo nga yung surface rights na yon. But only those that spread over his property. That is stated under Article 680 of the new Civil Code. Now, kung hindi po siya magpayag na ipaputol kasi may right mo lang is to demand, then you can go to the barangay. At pag hindi na-settle sa barangay, tatapong kayo sa lupon. Pag hindi kayo na-settle sa lupon, then you could file a case in court to have it cut. Pwede po yan. Now, another one, intrusion on the property rights na usually pinag-awayan po, itong leaning large tree. O yan, example niyan, ang large tree naka-lean on doon sa property mo, mahuhulog na doon sa property area mo, tapos talagang matatamaan na yung gate mo at yung fence mo, no? So, kung ma-fall yan, talagang masisira. Now, what is the remedy on this? Yung legal remedy. Now, the legal remedy is that this large tree, when it threatens to fall in such a way that it may cause damage to the land or tenement, yung structure of another person, or even to travelers, no, of public or private road, sabi ng batas that the owner of the tree is obliged to fell and remove it. He is obliged to cut it at tanggalin po yan. Pag hindi po siya magpayag at hindi po niya gawin yan, it shall be done at his expense by order of the administrative authority. So, ibig sabihin po, pwede kayong mag-complaint doon sa Senro, DNR, or even sa city government, no? So, that is stated under Article 483 of the New Civil Code, and usually, the implementing agency that would require you to cut it and remove it is the Senro, which is part of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. Okay, ano pa? Intrusion on the property rights. Ito, basic ito. Yung tubig ulan. Kahapon, lakas ng ulan. Bahang-baha talaga dito sa Davao City, no? Alright, so, ito, intrusion on your property rights. Even if yung, ano po, yung ulan is that sa'yo lang property nahuhulog, no? But however, yung tilamsik is umaabot doon sa kapitbahay. Lalo na kapag po itong example, yung siraang gutter, tapos medyo nakausli, natatapon doon sa kapitbahay, nababasa yung kapitbahay. So, what is the legal remedy for this, no? Ano kayong gawin natin? So, under the law is that you have the owner of that property has the obligation to construct a gutter, kung walang gutter, katulad ng first example natin, first picture natin, or fix the gutter. Ibig sabihin, obligation, you could demand that it should be done at his expense. So, hindi ikaw ang gagastos niyan. Kaya nga, pag hindi rin pumayag, punta ka ng barangay. Pag hindi ma-asset sa barangay, sa lupon, then after the lupon taga-pamayapa, then you proceed to the court when you are issued already a certification to file action in court. So, yan po ang legal remedy natin. Alright, what else? Ito. Another intrusion on the property rights. Itong gutter na sira, tapos talagang nakatutok pa doon pa loob ng property niya, no? Pasok doon sa loob. Eh, pag malakas ang ulan, talagang bumabaha. So, what is your remedy under the law? Well, same lang po doon sa ano natin, sa example natin, that he has the obligation to remove it or to fix the gutter para hindi mag-intrude sa property rights ng kabilang may-ari, or kung kayong may-ari, hindi mag-intrude sa inyong property rights. Alright. Now, but you have an idea. Teka, itong gagawin ko. Ay, di maglagay na lang ako ng ng tangke diyan at isaluring ko na ang tubig at gamitin ko siya sa pang dilig ng mga halaman ko dito. There's an actual case that happened like that, no? When the client came to me and said, attorney, hindi talaga siya. Sabi ko, you go to the barangay and file a complaint. Tapos, sir, di talaga, nagkakagulo kami. Eh, one time, yung asawa niya, sabi niya, attorney, tumawag. Okay na, bakit man? Nilagyan ko ng tangke para isalod ko na lang yung tubig at tapos bili ako ng pump, pwede ko pang spray sa mga halaman ko. Sabi ko, nice idea. That's good. At least you will be able to benefit even if nag-intrude sa property nyo yung tubig na nanggaling sa gutter ng kapitbahay. After a week, tumawag na naman yung kliyente sa akin, attorney, nakakainis talaga. Bakit? Alam mo, nung nakita ng kapitbahay na nagagamit ko yung tubig na galing sa kanila, pinaayos ang gutter nila? Weird, no? So, it solved the problem, but, iba talaga ugali minsan natin ng mga kapitbahay, no? Makita natin nagbe-benefit yung kabila, the talangka system, putulin, ayusin na naman niya para naman. Anyway, that's how life is, no? But nevertheless, the situation has been fixed and solved because of that ingenious idea of this client of mine. Alright, so another intrusion on the property rights, itong encroaching roots. Marami ito, roots ng kapitbahay, nakakasira ng driveway ninyo or sometimes, nag-intrude talaga ito sa property line and pumasok sa inyo. Sometimes, masira yung fence, no? Now, ang nasamahin mo kaagad dahil sa galit mo is that, putulin ko itong tree na ito. Now, can you do that without violating any law? No, you cannot do that. No, 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 no. Kasi, take note that cutting trees, protected kasi yung mga trees ngayon, no? And DNR may prosecute you for doing that if you do not have any permit. And second, you cannot do that because you need the consent of the owner if you do that, no? So, what is your legal remedy? Now, your legal remedy is that you have the right to cut the roots. Iba na po ito kanina, yung right to demand. Ito po, right to cut. Pwede nyo po putulin na yung roots, pero doon lang po sa property nyo, within your property na nakausli, katulad nito. So, pwede nyo putulin. But I suggest that you get a gardener that is experienced and expert on cutting roots because baka mamatay din yung tree and later on, ma-fall din sa inyo pupunta, no? So, you can do that. And in order to hindi ka na magkaroon ng reklamo on intrusion on your property rights. So, ano ba yung mga property rights mo? Na magkaroon ka ng magandang fence, stable fence, magkaroon ka ng maayos na driveway na hindi maging sagabal sa pagdaan ng sasakyan mo. Parang ganon. Alright. Now, and this is as stated in Article 680 of the New Civil Code. Yan po pala ang batas na nagbibigay sa inyo ng karapatan na putulin yung roots, only those within your property. Okay. Intrusion on property rights. Ito pa, meron pa. Wow. Merong nag-intrude na fruits, no? Itong example, yung saging, nasa bakuran mo talaga. Whew! Tapos meron pang puno ng, ito, ano ba ito? Apple yata ito, or mango. Okay, apple mango. So, yan. So, you are tempted to get it. O nga naman, akin na yan dahil nasa loob ng property line ko yan and therefore I could get it. So, what you will do, sungkitin mo or putulin, kunin mo yung banana example kanina. Now, can you do that? And the answer is no, 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 no. Why? You'll be considered as a thief. Magnanakaw po kayo sa definition ng batas. Because, ang sabi ng batas sa Civil Code is that only fruits that naturally fall within your property. Yan po yung sinasabi under Article 680 of the New Civil Code of the Philippines. So, kung ganun man, hindi pala pwede, ano pala yung pwede? Actually, yun lang pong fruits nga na naturally fall within your property, pero wag mong yugyugin, no? Kaba pa mahulog. That is intentionally letting the fruits to fall on your land. That's not allowed. So, nakaw pa rin yun. So, antayin nyo talaga mahulog, no? So, para tayong si Juan Tumad. Kung gusto nyo makahiga na kayo, antayin nyo na yan, no? This is courtesy of Leo's picture, no? Which I gathered from the internet. So, that is the procedure. Only fruits that naturally fall within your property you could get without being held liable under the law. Alright. Now, bigay naman tayo ng practical remedies. Yun ang mga legal remedies sa batas. But let's be practical, guys. Pwede naman pag-usapan eh. Hindi naman kailangan pumunta sa barangay. Hindi naman pwede punta pa kayo ng court. Pwede namang pag-usapan nyo. Now, let us start with this one. Ito overhanging branches, no? Now, ito ginawa mo. Bakit hindi na lang itong gawin mo, no? Gawin mo na lang shade, no? Wow, it would really give you a very good protection from the sun, no? Pwede ka dyan mag-standby, mag-internet ka, maglaro ka ng mobile games sa ilalim ng puno. Alright, and dito naman sa leaning large trees, ano ang pwedeng gawin? So, the solution is that lagay kayo ng braces ng trees, no? You know, we have to protect trees because this gives oxygen, no? And kukunti na lang po yung trees natin. If we could protect the environment, please do so. Hindi naman kailangan na na putulin kung hindi naman dapat putulin. Makayang naman siyang sagipin natin. Okay? So, yun. Example dito, maganda ito. Merong braces and, your children could play there. Nalala po ba natin nung maakyat tayo ng mga puno noon? So, They could also do that. Alright, how about this one, itong protruding roots, no? Sabi nga natin, you have the right to cut pero ano ba ang pwede nating practical remedy na gawin? Well, one remedy is, wow, i-beautify mo na lang yung fence mo. Sabi mo, intrusion in your property rights na magawa ka ng magandang fence. Pwede mo naman din gawin ganyan, no? Maganda pa rin ang itsura. So, diskarte lang po yan. At saka, para naman, kuputulin yung roots, baka mamatay yung, yung tree, di ba? And then, of course, ito, how about ito, pavement na ito? Well, you could get a gardener who is expert in removing these roots, and then probably you do this. Oh, look, yan, putulin mo konti, tapos i-pave mo na yun. Pwede naman, you don't need to go to court because of this. No? And it may also preserve the trees. No? Alright, yan ang practical remedy. And how about this, overhanging fruit? Kasi sabi nga natin, pag kunin mo ito, sungkitin mo ito, you will be considered as a thief or magnanakaw. Now, what is the best remedy when it comes to this? No? Aside from the fact that you could demand na ipaputol mo yung overhanging branches of trees, no? Kaya it destroys you lahat ng mga prutas na hulog sa'yo. Well, sa akin, the best thing to do is to be friendly with your neighbors, and so that later on, bigyan ka niya ng mga prutas. Ganyan lang naman relationship yan. No man is an island, nobody could live alone, so you have your neighbors. Then, why not be friendly with your neighbors? You can choose your friends but not your neighbors. Parang you could choose your friends but not your relatives. No? So, you might as well join the gang and be friendly with them. And later on, you'll benefit from that friendship. Yan, karoon siya ng fruits. Okay, now we will go to the preventive measures. No? Ito yung preventive measures or preventative measures. Parehas lang po meaning yan. Now, imagine that this is the property line, itong green line na ito. Yeah. Now, if you plant a large tree or big tree, remember that sa batas natin, ang sinasabi is that from the property lines, dapat 2 meters, no? Or that is about 6 feet, no? So, yan po ang palayang measure na dapat magtanim ng tree, no? So, hindi siya dapat lumapit dyan sa property line within 2 meters. Dapat 2 meters after the property lines. Alright, and if you plant small shrubs or small trees, no? Therefore, sabi ng batas is that you can do that 50 centimeters from the property line. Diyan ka magtanim. So, in that case, in case there is a violation on this, what is your right under the Civil Code? And Article 679 says that the right to demand that the trees planted at a shorter distance from his land be uprooted. Yan. It includes trees and plants that grow simultaneously. So, kung may malunggay tumubo doon sa area ng kapitbahay mo, kahit na sa loob ng area niya, pero nandoon sa within 2 meters or within 50 centimeters, yung malunggay, you may demand that it be uprooted. Because that is your right guaranteed under Article 679. However, you could also, but chika na lang bantay, baka may tatanim, no? So, what I'm trying to say is that if, to prevent things from happening on your part, you have to do this. Now, in case that your neighbor will attempt to plant, be friendly, talk to them and say na, sir, baka pwedeng lampas natin sa 2 meters, no? Kasi para hindi po mapektahan yung party wall natin. Or 50 centimeters kung small trees of plants. Nicely worded, and, napag-uusapan, pag nag-uusap kayo, okay yan. It's how you present yourself and talk to the neighbors that the things that you would want to be done to prevent things to happen, ma-apply po ninyo. Alright? So, I hope may natutunan kayo dito sa discussion natin. And, of course, next time, we will be discussing already the second part of our encroachment. Dito, talagang encroachment on the property itself na. Ito na yan. Ano ba yung mga remedies natin dito? Usually talaga ito, nagkakaso na ito. Hindi na to pwedeng pag-usapan pa. Alright? So, I'll be back. Thank you. Sukran. Danke. See you again soon.